everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now, DJI have just launched the Action 3, which is basically an Action 2 in an Action 1 body with a number 3 on it. But let me explain to you why I think now with the recent price drop, the Action 2 is actually the better buy. So if we take a look, I've just got the DJI specs on the screen. So we've got the Action 3, the dual screen combo and then the power combo, but we'll sort of forget that because you can't have a row of nothing. So basically on the top of it, we've got everything the same. But what I want to do first off, let's just hide the duplicate details. So if I start to scroll down, obviously we look at dimensions, waterproof, the amount of microphones, screens. Let's just look at the camera section, the main section. The only difference we've got is a boost in ISO from 6400 to 2800, which for all intents and purposes is not useful for no one because 2800 is far too high for a camera with this size sensor and aperture. 6400 is even too high, so that's a bit of a nonsense upgrade in my opinion. And then we go Rocksteady 3 against 2. Now I'll link a video above because I think it's really important that what you're trying to capture, the stabilization, is based a lot of the time on what you are using. So for me, I think the a chesty sort of, or a chest mount, GoPro do one, but there's other cheaper ones available, are better than the magnetic pendant, which DJI sold with the Action 2. And that's got nothing to do with stabilization. So check that video out above. And then the horizon balancing and steady is exactly the same. So horizon balancing is still 45 degrees in 4K. You can only use horizon steady, the full 360 in 2.7K. There's no change. And then obviously you've got the removable battery, which is a difference. And you know, that is basically it. And then if we untick the duplicated details, we have a look. You've got horses for courses really. We've got OLED screens in the Action 2. So to make the Action 3 cheaper, they've gone just back to LCD screens. Sensor, same, 1/1.7 inch sensor, 12 megapixels, same field of view, same aperture, same shutter speed, same resolution, same photography, same video modes. You get where I'm going here. Hyperlapse, time lapse, it's all the same. So, you know, I think personally, the Action 2 is a more versatile camera. If you want to go out and about and you want to do some little POVs, I think the little small camera is more beneficial. I think also it's got a better build quality because it's metal against plastic. Again, it depends on your use case. If you're using it more for mountain biking, you may appreciate the more rugged plastic and the removable lens cap of the Action 3. But for all intents and purposes, it's just a repackaged Action 2. And with the Action 2 now coming down in price to what, $319 against $309, that £10 difference for me is worth it because I don't think the overheat is an issue anymore. You know, I think that's gone. I've not seen it for a very long time, especially with the case and the firmware updates. You've got removable batteries on the Action 3, which is nice. And the Action 3 is also going to get 10-bit footage in a firmware upgrade, I've heard, which it'd be lovely if the Action 2 got that, but I have a sneaky feeling it won't because DJI have passed. When they launched the Air 2S drone, they completely forgot about the Air 2 from the year before. So I've got a feeling they will only release the 10-bit to the Action 3, although they're basically the same camera, to make you want to upgrade for 10-bit footage. So that would be nicer. But apart from that, you've got a little bit of extra waterproof depth, which I don't think many people are interested about. The main thing is just probably the removable battery and the more rugged design and the removable lens cap. So I think to sum it up, I mean, if you're looking for an action camera, it's all coming down to your preference really. If you really need something rugged, you really need extra long sort of usage at one time, so you're going to need to swap out batteries, so you need 4, 5, 6 hours of use. And if you really think you're going to be dropping it and throwing it around and you want the removable lens covers so you can replace them, then the Action 3. But for everything else, for POV, just standard vlogging, walking about, I think the Action 2's magnetic design is nicer, it's more discreet, it's got a better build quality, you've got the nicer screens, and everything else is the same. Apart from an ISO bump, there's literally no difference. And Rocksteady 2 versus 3, you can argue they're you're probably not going to see much difference. As I explained, it's basically all about how you mount the camera more than it is relying on the stabilization. So I just think you could put the Action 2 into smaller places. You could say, let's have an example. You open the boot of your car, you've got your camera bag, you've got it sat in a little pocket in the camera bag. You open up the bag, you look in, camera sees you. Smaller for that is just better. So yeah, I think I'm sticking with the Action. Well, I'll definitely be sticking with the Action 2. And I think you should definitely consider it now it's had the price drop, which makes it a really competitive price. Let me know down in the comments, are you thinking about either the Action 2 or the 3? Do you own the 2? Are you going to upgrade to the 3? Do you think it's worth it, or are you going to stick? Or do you not agree with anything I've said and you think the 2 is rubbish? Let me know down in the comments. Great to have a conversation, great to have a bit of community. Hope you guys have a great day, great week, great tomorrow, and I'll catch you in the next video.